Day 3. The good thing about not having your phone is that you're not doom scrolling at night, so I kind of just went to sleep. It helps being so physically exhausted, of course, as well. It's nice waking up to the sunrise. I don't think I'll ever be a fan of the cold air, but you gotta take the bad with the good in this case. This morning I helped filled up some dromedaries, or drom for short, and caught some lovely morning sunshine by the stream nearby. Megan and I were designated leaders for today, so we met up with instructor Jen for our map briefing so we can then brief our respective hiking teams. Emma was kind enough to bring over a delicious breakfast wrap. Thank you so much. This was my first time reading a topical map so closely and calculating distance with a compass string, so all of that was really eye-opening to find out just how accurate a paper map can actually be. Jen taught us the formation of the canyons in sandstone. On the trail, we learned about the fragrant sage bushes around us. Yeah, the backpack was pretty much the size of me, let's be real. I loved seeing patterns in nature. You probably can't see it, but there's a frog in there somewhere. Can't get over just how cool every canyon looks. Besides having a satellite phone for emergencies, the instructors also had a GPS, which we use in this case to reinforce where we thought we were on the map.
Look at this! Surfing over here. Real, man. Yeah. Amazing.
I was so proud of my team that day. Crushed it. We tried to start setting up camp, but the wind was so gusty that it made it pretty difficult. I had to stop recording because it was an all hands on deck situation. So we spent the next few hours trying to get really heavy rocks to secure the tents really well because it was so windy. Now, I'm used to weightlifting and I've done squats before, but I haven't done squats like this, picking up like really heavy sandstone rocks that unfortunately sometimes crumbled and you had to get a different rock, and doing that for a couple of hours was exhausting. Fun initially, but I was like, okay, I don't think I anticipated, of all things going on a Canyonlands trip, I did not think playing pickup rocks was one of them. The other group arrived and tried to pitch in what they could, but it really was so windy. At one point, the rope slipped out of my hand and it burned my hand real quick. I had a soft shoot for camp and I accidentally stepped into a small cactus and that drew blood on my toes. I was like, man, this is a not so fun experience. And then one tent we tried to secure unfortunately ended up ripping, and so we actually had to use our kitchen tent as our instructor's tent. And if we had it rough, I mean, they had it way rougher, so we gave so much appreciation for them. We also started seeing some pretty dark clouds overhead, so we got our rain jackets on, and just in time, because then it started to lightly rain, then it stopped, and we tried to cook as best as we could, hot and a lot was a theme as far as just trying to do a lot and we can just get that fuel in us. We huddled to stay warm, did a quick debrief, and before you knew it, it started snowing, and it was starting to come down pretty fast and pretty heavily. So we all, retreated to our respective shelters, and we tried to go to sleep. We also unfortunately had to wake up throughout the night to tap the side of the tent so that the snow wouldn't cave in on us. So needless to say, it was starting to be a pretty rough night. And for me, I knew it'd be cold in the desert, but I really didn't anticipate snow. My discomfort meter was going up and up and up. I think that's when it really started to weigh on me that night. I'm cold, I am uncomfortable, I've got abrasions, rope burn, my arms are sore, my legs are sore, I've got bruises. It started to get real. I was starting to think, what did I get myself into? I think what's interesting is that I could also tell that other people were feeling it too. Everybody's uncomfortable, and when you're uncomfortable, you're cranky. And it's interesting because I don't think that I've ever been to this level of discomfort, even with my really good friends. So to be in that kind of environment with 9 other people who I just met, that is a bit extraordinary in of itself. But we had to keep going. We had 5 more days to go. So I went to sleep, cocooned in my sleeping bag, trying to stay as warm as possible, and tapped the tent every few hours. I put an alarm on my phone. Put an alarm on my watch. And yeah, I was really hoping that we'd have a less rough of a day tomorrow. Maybe it would stop snowing. Or would it?